quickly in Central Indiana. Fever won last night, swept the season series from the Phoenix. Hello, Caitlyn Clark. She's become a legend quick.
Caitlyn Clark just set the Colts stadium on fire. And it wasn't even a basketball game. Imagine walking into an NFL arena and seeing a WNBA rookie steal the show on the big screen. That's exactly what happened when Clark showed up at the Colts versus Steelers game. But you know what's even crazier? This was just the beginning of her wild ride in the WNBA.
Here's the excuse I'm going to give them, and this is the bow I'm going to put on this whole conversation. And this is a sympathetic take towards everybody on the Indiana Fever. And it's gone on nonstop. The Caitlyn Clark experience.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Let's talk about how Clark is shaking things up. The Indiana Fever's home games are packed like never before. We're talking record-breaking crowds with over 34,000 fans showing up just to see her play. That's insane.
We just watched one of the most unique experiences in the history of sports. And I'm talking about the Caitlyn Clark experience.
And Clark, she knows exactly what she's doing. She said, "I understand the impact I'm making." Talk about confidence. But hold on, because Clark's rookie season is like a roller coaster. There are huge highs, some pretty low lows, and she's even trying to change the game off the court. You won't believe what's coming up next in her story. Turns out those highs were even higher than anyone imagined. Clark didn't just join the WNBA.
And then obviously you have Angel Reese still trolling her, and the people in the media being uncomfortable, and Paige Beckers is really the best player, and Paige Beckers, you know, she understands her white privilege.
She stormed it. Picture this, a rookie dropping jaws with feats even seasoned pros haven't achieved. What did she do that left everyone speechless? Let's talk about Clark's three-point game. She didn't just set a new rookie record, she obliterated it. 88 three-pointers in a single season. That's not just good, that's ridiculous. She beat the previous record of 85 held by Ryan Howard. But Clark wasn't done there. Oh no, she was just getting started. You know what's even crazier? Clark pulled off something no rookie has ever done before. On July 6th, against the New York Liberty, she became the first rookie in WNBA history to record a triple-double. That's points, rebounds, and assists, all in double digits, in one game. As a rookie, let that sink in for a second. But wait, there's more. On July 17th, Clark decided to show off her playmaking skills. Against the Dallas Wings, she set a WNBA single-game record with 19 assists. 19! That's not just breaking a record, that's smashing it to pieces. Imagine being on the court with Clark that day. You'd barely have time to get open before the ball was right there in your hands. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but every player has some good games, right? Sure, but Clark isn't just having good games. She's rewriting the rulebook for what rookies can do. These aren't just personal bests or team records. These are league-wide, history-making performances. Think about it. Three-point record, first rookie triple-double, single-game assist record. That's not just playing the game, that's changing it. Clark isn't just living up to the hype, she's creating a whole new level of hype. But here's the thing about Clark, she's not just about the flashy stats. Each of these records shows a different aspect of her game. The three-pointers? That's her scoring threat. The triple-double? That's her all-around game. And those assists? That's her vision and her ability to make her teammates better. You'd think with all those skills, Clark would dominate from day one, right? Wrong. Her first WNBA game was a wake-up call. How bad was it? Let's just say she set another record, but not one she'll be bragging about. Picture this. Caitlyn Clark, college basketball's golden girl, steps onto the WNBA court for the first time. The crowd's buzzing, expectations are sky high, and then, boom, reality check. Clark's debut against the Connecticut Sun? It was rough, like really rough. She scored 20 points, sure, but that's not what people were talking about after the game. Here's the kicker. Clark racked up 10 turnovers. 10! That's a new record for the most turnovers in a debut game. Ouch. It's like she went from superstar to struggling rookie in the blink of an eye. The Suns' defense was all over her, with experienced players like Alyssa Thomas and Dijanai Carrington giving Clark a taste of what WNBA-level defense feels like. But wait, it gets worse. The Indiana Fever, they started the season 0-3. Talk about a tough welcome to the pros. Coach Christy Sides didn't sugarcoat it either. She said the team got punched in the mouth during those losses. Yikes. Now you might be thinking, okay, everyone has a bad game, right? Well, Clark's struggles didn't stop there. In her first 3 games, she turned the ball over 21 times. That's like handing the other team a gift-wrapped basket every few minutes. But here's the thing about Clark. She's not making excuses. She knows this is a whole new ball game. This is a young team. It's going to be a learning process, she said. That's Clark being real about the challenges ahead. She's facing the music and ready to dance. And let's be real, the WNBA is no joke. The physicality, the speed, the skill level. It's a whole different world from college ball. Clark's feeling it too. She admitted she needs to handle physicality better, be more decisive in navigating screen. That's the kind of self-awareness that separates the good from the great. But Clark's not alone in this. The whole Fever team is going through growing pains. In Clark's debut, they gave away the ball 25 times as a team. That's not just on Clark. It's a team figuring out how to play together. The good news? Clark's got some solid teammates to lean on. Veteran players like Erica Wheeler are stepping up, giving her tips like know your personnel. It's that kind of teamwork that's going to help Clark find her footing in the league. Clark's not just learning from her teammates, she's trying to change the game for them too. Remember when I said she set records? Well, she almost set a new one off the court that would have shaken up the whole WNBA. What did Clark do that had everyone talking? Get this, Clark tried to score some extra cash for her fellow players, not for herself, but for the whole league. She saw how many fans she was pulling in and thought, hey, shouldn't everyone get a piece of this? So she pitched the idea of game bonuses for WNBA players during away games. Smart, right? But here's where things get messy. The WNBA shut her down faster than a blocked shot. They said no way, pointing to the collective bargaining agreement. It's like Clark tried to change the rules mid-game, and the refs weren't having it. You'd think her teammates would be all over this idea, right? More money for everyone. But nope, some players actually gave Clark flack for it. Can you believe it? She's trying to put more money in their pockets and they're not happy about it. Talk about a tough crowd. But let's zoom out for a second. This whole situation shines a light on a bigger issue in the WNBA, player pay. These women are out there bawling their hearts out, and their paychecks don't always match up. But there might be a game changer coming. Word on the street is the next media rights deal could double or even quadruple player salaries. That's huge. Now, you might be wondering, is Clark backing down after all this? No way. She's standing her ground like she's defending against a fast break. She came out swinging, saying, I earned it. I deserve it. Nothing was ever given to me. That's Clark for you. Not just a player, but a fighter for change. This whole situation shows that Clark's not just here to play ball. She's here to shake things up on and off the court. She's using her voice to push for better pay, even if it ruffles some feathers. That's the kind of rookie who doesn't just adapt to the league, she tries to change it. Caitlyn Clark is blowing the roof off the WNBA. Can you believe fans are showing up hours early just to watch her play? They're wearing Caitlyn Fever shirts and holding signs like she's a rock star. And get this, the Fever's games are breaking viewership records left and right. Clark isn't just playing ball, she's changing the whole game. But here's what's really wild. Clark's impact goes beyond the court. She's becoming a symbol of hope for young female athletes everywhere. She's out there saying things like, I earned it, I deserve it, nothing was ever given to me. That's the kind of talk that fires up the next generation. You know what's crazy? Clark might just be the start of a new era in women's sports. She's not just playing the game, she's reshaping how people see women's basketball. This rookie is turning into a game changer in every sense of the word.